guys, it's Cristina V. I'm here with Patrick Seitz. He is one of our esteemed judges. He will be judging you.
I am right now.
So Patrick, why don't you introduce yourself to the viewers and tell them what some of your roles have been and maybe even some of your training.
Let's see. I'm Patrick Seitz. That's what you said. I agree. I will confirm that.
Good.
Training wise, I did theater. I did musical theater in high school.
What?
Yeah, because in high school you don't have to be good at dancing. If you're a guy, especially if you're a bass, they're like, yes, do all the shows. So I did that. And then I did plays and musical theater in college, and I thought, I'm going to go to LA and be an actor, because it's just as easy as that. Pro tip, it's not as easy as that. So I came out here, sort of ambled around, didn't know what I was doing, and then just sort of through serendipity got into the VO, and luckily that's where I've had the bulk of my luck, and I enjoy it a lot, and so yeah, I've been lucky. And I was like 15 years and going.
Wow.
As far as roles, Germany and Hetalia, Gamagori in Kill la Kill, Frankie in One Piece, Grimmer and Monster. I've been lucky. A lot of character roles, bad guys, big loud guys. Not so much the 15-year-old like saving the world hero types.
Because you definitely have that low, growly voice.
Yeah.
That's
I like it though.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a niche.
Yeah. So,
We don't read for the same parts ever, so no competition.
So we get along. So Patrick, why don't you tell us what a voice director does?
Oh, they cry a lot. No, voice director, it's this weird dynamic where if everything sounds right, it's because the actors all came together and did their thing and you have this great synergy. But if anything goes wrong, it is on you as the director, because you really have to keep your eye on everything. And as you know, I mean, sometimes you go in and everyone else has already done their part of the conversation and you're just putting in that last piece. But sometimes you're the first one in the scene, and so you have no one to play off of. And in that case, it's really important for the director to know what they want that other part of the conversation to sound like, so that when you hear the final product, it actually sounds like conversation and not like, I like pudding. It is Wednesday today. Like actual conversation instead of that horrible wedding Wednesday pudding thing I just said.
So all of the conversation you already have to have in your mind.
Mm-hmm. And not to say that it has to be exactly the way you're thinking of it. I mean, I think flexibility is important for VO directors and VO actors and for performers in general. I mean, a lot of times the most fun for me is you'll get a read from the actor that you never anticipated getting, but it works and it's great. And you're like, yes, that works. That fits the scene and matches what the other person is going to give. Let's use that. I never saw that take coming, but I love that take. That's pretty fun.
All right, so you're talking about actors giving you takes that you never thought that work, but aren't what you envisioned.
Yeah.
So what else makes a good actor?
I think especially with VO, and especially when you are dubbing something and you are constrained to the flaps that already exist, it's good to be flexible. It's good to have improv skills, but at the same time, I think a lot of people think that means they're just going to go in, they're going to change the lines, they're going to do their own thing, they're going to say what they want, and that's a good way never to get hired ever again. It's more going in there, the director wants it angry, and you give it to them angry, and they're like, well, they talk to the client, actually give it to me where you're kind of happy, but a little passive-aggressive, and so you give that read. And they're like, actually, no, I think I took you the wrong way. Give me one where you're pretty happy. And then you give that. And they're like, let's go back to crying. So it's that sort of turning on a dime ability and that sort of flexibility that I think is important. But it's really important to make sure that you honor what the writer put on the page, what the director is looking for, what the client is looking for. You're really beholden to a lot of different masters, not only as the director, but as the VO talent. So it's really important to make sure that, you feel good about yourself as a performer, but you don't let your ego get in the way. You are there to fulfill their vision and to bring something to the potluck, as it were.
So you're playing within like a set boundary.
Yeah.
And respecting everybody else's jobs.
Yeah, and it's a challenge, but it's a lot of fun because you can still have something that's organic and fun and genuine within those boundaries. But it is a lot, it's not like you're just putting on a blindfold and swinging at a piñata and knocking into windows and people and sometimes you hit the candy. It's very focused, you know what I mean? But I like that about it.
So you mentioned a couple things that actors shouldn't do. Changing the script, maybe putting themselves before the content. What else would you not recommend for actors to do in the booth?
And this one's a tough one because I still do this myself when I'm an actor. Get out of your own head. Don't worry. I mean, not to say go in there and be blasé about it, but if they don't like it, they'll tell you because they want it to be good. They're not just going to go, oh yeah, that was great. That was so bad. No, really, really good. Oh my God, horrible. Like, they will tell you. So just go in and do a good job and get out of your way. Also because if you're, sitting there worrying about things, you're not giving all of your brain to what you're doing. And you're not going to do as good of a job. So it's sort of this self-fulfilling prophecy of like, I don't think I'm doing a very good job. And you're just too busy kvetching about that, so you don't do a very good job. Just be open, be flexible, be humble. That's a big one for me. I mean, I'm not saying people have to be like, self-castigating, go, oh, I'm no good. But, I mean, there are days when I wake up and I'm like, wow, I feel like I've done this forever. And then there are days when I work with someone and I'm like, man, I am such a noob. And it's been 15 years that I've been doing this. But I think it's important for people to realize, realistically what that ecosystem is like, where they are in the food chain. And to strive for better things, but not to get like 1 or 2 rolls under their belt and be like, man, I'm the king of everything. Because that's a little annoying.
All right, so what advice do you have for aspiring voice actors?
Ooh, actors-ises.
Actors-ises.
Do theater. Do theater. It's not a prerequisite.
It's not a prerequisite, but it's very, very important.
Diction is also important. Theater, it's not a prerequisite to being a voice actor, but most of the people that I know that do this, that do it very well, have theater experience. Because you get out there, you're getting to act with other people. And yeah, it is a different beast. I mean, when you're doing theater, you have to be heard at the back of the audience versus having the mic right in front of you. But if you're not good at and or don't enjoy acting with people in real time with that organic give and take, you're probably not going to enjoy or be good at being in a dark room by yourself having half a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good training.
And I feel like it also gives you the tools. Say that you are a nervous person. It also trains you how to go past that. Whereas if you don't know how to do that, then what are you going to do?
Yeah, because they're going to be staring at you. You're going to have an engineer staring at you, a director, maybe one client. Maybe if it's a video game, it's a big deal and it's something that's being imported and dubbed. Maybe you're going to have like 10 people from a foreign country staring at you, saying things and you don't know what they're saying. So you have to get over that. But if you've done theater, you've had dozens and hundreds of people looking at you, so you're not as freaked out. It's a big challenge. Theater, taking voiceover specific classes is important because it is different than theater. It's a different beast. Just reading aloud, taking care of yourself. And again, improv skills, either by doing theater or doing improv classes. Because every time we get a script, it's a cold read. They're not giving it to us a week ahead and saying, okay, here are the beats, get comfortable with it. It's you walk in, here's who you are, here's what you're saying, and go. No, seriously, go. Go now.
After the beeps.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, go.
And then you go. So, yeah.
So there you have it. So Patrick will be looking at your submissions and he will be giving you great feedback. And thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you soon.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Do good.
私、閻魔大王第一補佐官の貴人で、ほおずきと申します。地獄には272の部署がある。統治に必要とされるのは冷静な後始末係であるが、そういった影の傑物はただのカリスマよりもずっと少ない。ほおずきの冷徹、鬼たるもの残酷非道でしかるべきです。